start off this makeup look, I'm using the MAC Studio Primer Setting Spray. This primer leaves your skin feeling very sticky and very tacky, and that makes the perfect base for foundation to stick to so that it can last all day long. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation in the shade 120. This is my favorite foundation. You guys already know that, and I'm just blending it out using my beauty blender. For concealer, I'm using the Sistar Cosmetics It's You Skin Smoothing HD Concealer in the shade Ivory. I'm applying that under my eyes, my chin, the center of my nose, the center of my forehead, and on my eyes to prime. And I'm blending that out using my beauty blender. To set my face, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 10. This powder is bomb. It leaves your skin looking filtered and airbrushed, and it really does help set your skin and make your makeup last all day long. For the eyes, I'm going in with the BH Cosmetics Daisy Marquez palette, and I'm taking the shade Flower on a Morphe JH42 brush. I'm just packing that shade onto my eyelid, and I'm building up that intensity, and then you will see that I start to blend it out up into my crease, but I'm just starting the look off by packing that shade onto my eyelid because that's where I want the yellow to be the most intense. To blend it out into my crease, I'm using a Morphe JH34 brush, and I'm just using windshield wiper motions to blow out that eyeshadow and make it look very ombre, flawless, and airbrushed. The reason I am using this palette, I know it's not drugstore, but it is only $23 and it's a bomb palette. The eyeshadows are so good, and it's still Ballin on a budget, if you know what I mean. $23 is not a lot for an eyeshadow palette. I'm going back in with the Morphe JH42 brush, and I'm packing that yellow shade back onto the lid to get a little bit of that intensity back, and then I'm just going to blend the edges out again with the Morphe JH43 brush just to make sure that we have no harsh lines. Now I'm going to clean up the edge of the eyeshadow using translucent powder on a Morphe E47 brush. I do believe that the drugstore does have some bomb eyeshadows, but drugstore palettes are getting up there now. Like, I believe Milani has a palette for $15, so why not spend the extra bucks on an awesome palette from BH Cosmetics or Morphe? Now I'm going in with the Hazel Love lashes in the style Temptress. These are only $9.99 and they're bomb and they look so gorgeous. They're 3D mink and they're only $9.99. Now let me tell you, that is Ballin on a budget. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade What Shady Beaches, and I'm taking my Benefit Hula brush. This bronzer is very, very pigmented, so a little does go a long way. This was my first time using that bronzer, so as you can see, now I'm trying to blend that product out because it was so pigmented, and they have, I believe, 4 shades. I definitely want to pick up the other shades and try them because this was definitely one of the darkest ones, and it gives you a very tan finish, so I do need to pick up some of the other shades and find my right shade. But I do really like that bronzer for the summertime, and I would recommend it, and it's only $5. Now I'm contouring my nose using a Morphe M506 brush in that same Wet n Wild bronzer, and then I'm just going to blend out that nose contour with an e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm going back in with that translucent powder, and I'm going to bake my face and clean up that contour so that we can get a really nice, precise bake and a very chiseled face, and that we can tone down a little bit of that bronzer because it was so intense. That bronzer, I'm telling you guys, is really good and you should check it out. Only $5 and it's bomb. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Loose Highlighter in the shade I'm So Lit on a Morphe M510 brush. This highlighter, you guys, is so intense. Usually loose pigmented highlighters are very intense, but I'm very impressed with Wet n Wild. This was my first time trying out this highlighter, and I really love it and really recommend it, and a little bit goes a long way. I do tone it down a little bit once I apply my blush. For the highlight on my nose, I'm going in with a Morphe E36 brush and that same Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter, and I'm also applying that in the inner corners of my eyes. I am looking super glowy. Now I'm going in with the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Berry Amoure on a Sonia Kashuck number 113 brush. This blush is one of my favorite blushes. Milani makes awesome blushes, so don't sleep on them. Their blushes are a bomb, and I did pack a lot on, but I was trying to tone down the highlighter a little bit, and it's springtime, so I thought that a lot of blush would really complement a springy look, and I think it does look really good. Now I'm going in with the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray, and I don't know if mine was just sitting around too long, but this is way more oily than I remember it being. And it did break down my makeup a little bit, but maybe I overdid it. Maybe my product was expired because I don't remember it being that oily, but I do remember it giving a nice dewy finish, and I did like the way it did make my makeup look. Now I'm going in with the Morphe Lip Liner in the shade Sweet Tea. Then I'm going in with the Maybelline Color Sensational Lipstick in the shade 730, and to top that off, I'm going in with the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade Tease. And this is just the perfect lip combo. I thought this very nude lip really suited the eye look, and I just really love the way this look turned out. This is the final makeup look. I really love the way this look turned out, and everything was super affordable. The most expensive thing that I used was the Daisy Marquez palette, but that really is not that expensive, $23, and it's totally worth it, and it's still super affordable compared to high-end and prestige brands. So I really recommend you guys get your hands on the BH Cosmetics Daisy Marquez palette because it is bomb and it's affordable, and you can create so many looks with it. I really loved all these products that I tried out. You guys know I'm not shy to drugstore products. I really do love the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation and the Fit Me powder. I love the Vivid Hot Lacquer, Milani blush. I really enjoyed trying out the Wet n Wild bronzer and loose highlighter. I would really recommend them. Just if you could grab all the shades and find your right shade. I definitely want to pick up the other bronzers. I believe there's 4 of them, and they're about $5 a pop, and that's about $20 if you buy all of them. And some bronzers that are high-end are $20 to $60, so really if you buy all the bronzers, you're still saving money compared to the high-end bronzers. But I really loved all these products that I tried out. You guys know I love the Hazel Love lashes, and yeah, I just really loved everything. So I really recommend you guys get your hands on these drugstore products. It is super easy to be ballin' on a budget. The drugstore and affordable brands have really stepped their game up, and there's a lot of good products out there. You don't have to be spending buttloads of money to get a gorgeous makeup look. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. If you do decide to recreate this makeup look, make sure you tag or DM me on my social medias. Everything is linked down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!